If you've been paying attention to the rap scene in recent months, you might have heard of a man known as Blueface.
Blueface, baby. Yeah, aight.
A young rapper from LA who's been building up his fame from one song at a time, and it appears as though he may be the next big rap star. However, when you look deeper into who he is and what he does, his career might be over before it even truly starts. And of course, I'll tell you why, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to King Trending. Number 5. Most rap acts don't make it to superstardom. Before we dive into Blueface himself, we need to be very honest about the music industry itself. Blueface right now is an artist that has the potential to be the next big thing in rap music. But if that sounds familiar, it's because many other artists have been in that same position before. And not just in rap music, but in all genres. There are those that have the potential, but outside of maybe 1 or 2 hits, they don't really make it. Many of these artists are called one-hit wonders, and they're littered throughout the music industry, including the rap genre. Furthermore, while a new hip-hop artist like Blueface may appeal to things like radio for right now, the moment another hit song comes on or a favorite artist with an established fan base comes out with a new track, they'll likely start skipping the younger artists to pay tribute to the veterans. It happens more than you think. So now to be clear, that's not to say Blueface can't have fame and be a big name in the industry, but at present it's going to be a struggle. Yeah, he's had some singles and his fame is growing, but a lot of that fame is from the internet, from a meme that he became. And as the internet has proven, a meme can have a fiery lifespan and then fade out for a long time until it gets dredged up again. There are no guarantees in this industry. You can be the hottest thing in the world 1 minute and then be out on the street the next. It happens all the time to rappers, musicians, producers, managers, and so no one is really exempted from this. So if Blueface wants to be the new face of rap, or at the very least one of its true rising stars, he has some work to do. And even if the past events are any indication, he's got a big mountain to climb. Number 4. Who is Blueface? While I'm sure that many of you are hardcore rap fans in one way or another, and if you recall, he's still very young on the rap scene, and that means not everybody has heard his name. And anyway, Blueface's real name is Jonathan Porter. He was born in 1997 in Los Angeles, California. He moved around a lot as a kid, and upon going to high school at the San Fernando Valley, Arietta High School, he was actually a football player, quarterback even.
We're here with Jonathan Porter, standout quarterback for the Arleta football team, 9 of 13, 151 yards, 2 touchdowns.
And he was really good. He even led his team to a championship in 2014. His success actually got him to the Fayette State College, where he played football for a little while. But then he realized soon enough that wasn't for him, and so he left the school to go and be a rapper. But it wasn't something that happened overnight. Despite him being a fan of Snoop Dogg and other rappers, it was a dare that led him to cranking out his first beat. He moved back to Los Angeles after college and went to a friend's music studio to go and pick something up. While there, his friends dared him to go onto the mic, and he did. And after some work, he released his first song, Deadlocks, on SoundCloud, a starting point for many young rappers. While the beat was playing, I was writing some lyrics down, just f***ing around. He says, "I'm really curious, so I said, let me get in the booth. At first, they kind of stalled me out because they know I don't rap. They was like, hold on, we can do something maybe next time." But after everybody stopped rapping, the engineer was like, "Who's up next?" So I got up in there. As soon as I heard myself, I was sold on it. In June 2018, he released his first project, Famous Crip. Thanks to his songs and his friends, he started to build up a fan base in Los Angeles. That led to the release of his second project, which again built up his fan base. It wasn't until October 2018, though, that Blueface went viral. He made a song for his video, Respect My Crippin', and he posted it on a label's YouTube channel. Then it went on to Twitter, and it got spread around because of how Blueface sounded, and more on that later. The viral nature of the video brought more attention to his previous song, including Tatiana, which actually made it into the top 10 of the Billboard Top 100, his only song to do that to this day. Eventually, he got signed by the label Cash Money West, and got even more fame via videos, tracks, and social media stunts that he's done. All told, this sounds like another classic rapper story of someone who's going to rise to the top, but if you don't look at who he is personally, you're going to see something a bit darker.
Yeah, you see it, huh, baby, on this. I think I love this motherfucking interview.
Number 3. He doesn't stop the act. When it comes to celebrities, there's usually 2 faces that you see when they're doing their lives. There's the public face, where they're in front of audiences, crowds, reporters, or whatnot, where they're trying to be charming, honest, funny, or whatever. Or if you have a certain personality that they're known for, they'll play it up on the spot that they're on. But when the cameras are off and when no one is looking, they often revert to their normal face, where they act like themselves and not fear what's going on or what's going to be shown because they know that the act isn't needed anymore. So you might be wondering, why do I bring this up? Well, rappers are the exact same way at times. The problem with many of them though is that they don't drop the act at all. Even though it's clear when no one is filming them or expects anything from them, they live to entertain the audience, even though there's no audience around. And that really gets them in trouble, and Blueface is one such rapper who does this. If you don't believe me, believe Rolling Stone. They decided to do an interview with him as a rising rapping star from LA and invited him to their offices to do the interview. As soon as he entered, he started to play the act, even if it was an act to everyone around. He did his pimp walk, he asked offensive questions to people and laughed it off, but really the joke was on him. One of the people he did that to was a senior editor at the magazine. And when they asked about why he did it, he noted that he gets energy off of it. The energy inspired me to do something to get more energy, Blueface says. I feed off the energy when I perform. Eventually, the interview itself did begin, and the reporter who wrote the piece for Rolling Stone noted that his jokes were very crude, often misogynist, and they later noted that on Instagram a few weeks later, after the interview, he made some very transphobic jokes on Instagram. And the worst part about it is that this isn't even a case of Blueface being oblivious to what he's doing. It's just that he doesn't care. Once I got to a certain point, I just grew to this level of, people say, confidence, but I call it just not giving a f. He says, just don't give a fuck about what no one think. I'm so established that I don't care about what anybody think about how good I am at dancing, how good I am at doing whatever I'm doing. Despite his confidence in the matter, this is actually a major problem. For while all this controversy will get him attention, which he's proven multiple times so far, it's also something that'll get him in trouble. We've seen rappers both big and small get into with others because they said the wrong thing or tried to be funny at the absolute worst of times. Heck, even Drake got into a fistfight because he escalated a situation that honestly could have been resolved peacefully, and with Blueface, it's honestly only a matter of time before something like that happens with him. He's already made controversies online with his comments, and as well as his branding strategy of going to high schools in order to get more fans, which funny enough has actually worked out for him. And yeah, even during the interview with Rolling Stone, when he felt the energy going down, he tried to Instagram live at the end of it just so he could continue being who he is. And this kind of behavior will get him hurt, or even worse possibly. And not so coincidentally, he's already facing another big issue in terms of the trouble he's gotten himself into.
Come on, man. Y'all know I'm out on bail. Don't ask me if they freed me.
Number 2. Crime and punishment. It's a stereotype that every rapper in the world gets into trouble with the law, but apparently Blueface doesn't mind getting into that stereotype because he's been arrested a couple times for various crimes, mainly involving firearms. For example, in November of 2018, Blueface was almost robbed, but instead of just getting away or taking down the robber and calling the police, he decided to handle things his way. He pulled out a firearm, and when the robber retreated into his vehicle to drive away, Blueface opened fired on it. Yeah, he did that. Now you might be thinking, it was self-defense. He was being robbed, except the robber didn't have a clear weapon, and upon pulling out his firearm, the robber fled, which meant the event was over. But Blueface didn't care. He wanted to deal with the problem, with no regard for what happened around him. And newsflash, in California, it's a felony to shoot at a car that is occupied with people, and then he was arrested as a result. Though he was released on bail, that charge is still going to haunt him for a while. Then early on in 2019, Blueface was arrested once again, this time for possessing a firearm that is quite illegal. Are you sensing a pattern here? Yeah, there are many rappers right now who are facing charges that could have easily been erased if they just made a few smart choices in terms of not doing certain things, but Blueface is so concerned about his image that he doesn't care about what he's doing or if it is the right way, just as long as it's his way, and that's not good if he wants to stay out of prison and make more music, which is what he claims he wants to do. And so speaking of that,
yeah, alright, look, a handgun tonight. I brought a Mackin. Gotta keep it technical in case you hack it.
Number 1, his style is too unique. In the music industry, there are a few things that'll get you instantly noticed: a unique look, impactful songs, or a unique sound. For Blueface, he has the last of these. Remember when I told you about the music video that went viral? Well, the reason it went viral is because of Blueface's voice was likened to a cartoon character's. Seriously, some comparisons were Courage the Cowardly Dog or Murderang from Teen Titans Go.
Porno. Yeah, I got the pussy in a choco.
And so while it should be an honor to be compared to a cartoon character or two, it shows that his talents are a bit focused in regards to how he sings. In fact, all of his songs are under 3 minutes, and they usually only focus on 2 topics, which isn't exactly a wide variety. And granted, there are famous musicians out there who've done similar things and made a big career out of it, but the question here is, will Blueface be one of them? And I'm not so sure. Plus, right now, his biggest fans are the internet and high schoolers, which of whom are easily distracted and are quick to change their loyalties is when the situation arrives. So in this case, his own music may be the reason that he doesn't make it to the big time. And so there you have it, some reasons why Blueface's career is over. So what's your opinion on our breakdown? Do you think we're underestimating the young rapper? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on King Trending. Hey, just a reminder that we're changing up the giveaways. From now on, we're offering the Galaxy Note 9, the one that comes with the exclusive Fortnite skin, the new iPhone X Max, which we'll pre-order for you, and the new Apple Watch Series 4, which we'll also pre-order for you. The winner gets to decide between these three. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, drop a like, and comment the hidden message in the video for a chance to win. You got nothing to lose. Go for it.